So in the face of all the problems we see every day on the front page, Aon's role is to continue to do its piece to provide this platform called home for families and individuals who don't have enough opportunity in today's society, and we'll continue to do our part.
Proudly brought to you by Aon. Home changes everything.
Our goals for all four quarters of the intersection with our partner Hope Community for the South Quarter was to transform the intersection.
Aon is an organization that really thinks into the future. And so when we look at any project, we don't just think about 5 years down the road or 10 or even 15. We're thinking about 150 years down the road. So one of the things that we really thought about from a sustainability standpoint and a resident standpoint is how can we help enhance the long-term health of our residents? So what we've developed here is one of the most energy efficient projects in the country and one of the healthiest projects in the country. But that's just this one project. The Minnesota Housing Finance Agency already has pretty aggressive green community standards, but they're also looking at a project like this of how can they enhance that in a very smart way. We've had many different tours with other developers, not just here in Minneapolis or Minnesota, but from throughout the country that want to come and learn from what we've done at the Rose and how this can be replicated elsewhere.
Proudly brought to you by Aon.
Hope Community is a hub where people get together and make things happen. People that don't know our community second guess about visiting here. But since we've started the gardening, you see people walking, riding their bikes. The community garden brings people together, it brings the community together. The kids get to learn where foods come from. We have a cooking class. We meet every other Wednesday. We talk about, do we want to put this in the garden again next year? Or do we want to put in new items in the garden next year? We can expect others to take care of things for us, but in reality, we've got to be a part of that. Find out what's going on in your community. Go to some of the meetings. Find out how can we make it happen. I'm so proud that the community is involved. We have children involved, and people are willing to keep it going.
Proudly brought to you by Aon.
I think for the way the world is going right now, we just need to grow more food.
80% of the people in the United States now live in cities. They have to be fed.
Since cities first began 12,000 years ago, there's always been agriculture practiced in cities.
Anyone, anywhere should be able to grow and provide food for their community because everywhere there are eaters and everywhere there's at least a little bit of land.
An urban farmer is somebody who's growing food somewhere. It can be in their window box, it can be on a roof, in a baseball field or football field. It can be in any of those spaces.
There's a great importance in making sure that the next generation has the tools they need to feed themselves.
It's more than just something you can kind of do with kids because it's fun. It's an economic engine.
We have this tremendous potential for reimagining how the land is used, and one of those uses should be urban agriculture.
We're here right outside Atlanta, Georgia today at the Funny Farm. We're at the headquarters for Window Farms.
My head is about 3 inches away from these bees.
All my strings, I'm gonna write another traveling song about all the billion highways.
My name is Will Allen.
My name is Viraj Puri.
My name is Karen
My name is Caroline. My name is Anastasia. My name is Katie Bowe.
My name is Antonio Romano.
I'm Farmer D.
My name is Adam Hill.
My name is Jeanette Bale. And I'm Caitlin. And we're urban farmers.
We're not asking people to grow everything. We're saying grow something. Grow where you are.
Ow!
So one of the things that we really thought about from a sustainability standpoint and a resident standpoint is how can we help enhance the long-term health of our residents? So what we've developed here is one of the most energy efficient projects in the country and one of the healthiest projects in the country. But that's just this one project. The Minnesota Housing Finance Agency already has pretty aggressive green community standards, but they're also looking at a project like this of how can they enhance that in a very smart way. We've had many different tours with other developers.
While doing so, they act as a heat pump. They remove heat energy from the outside air, even at sub-zero temperatures in winter, conveyed within the building and used for heating. This not only saves on costs, but it is also environmentally friendly. What makes the R2 system exceptional is that surplus heat energy is conveyed within the building via 2 rather than 3 pipelines to rooms requiring heat. The core of each R2 system is the BC controller, an intelligent refrigerant distribution unit. It distributes the refrigerant according to the flow each indoor unit requires. For you, this means extremely simple.